Yeah. From 0 to 1. From ideas to impact. We don't wait. We build. Yeah. Started with a spark, just a line of code. Now we moving value, no one controls. Peer to peer, yeah, we changed the game. From the streets to the global stage. Open rails in a digital age. Every block is a step we take. Every fund is a chance we make. Come on.
We don't need permission to create.
Yeah.
We don't wait for the system to validate.
Hey.
If you got a vision, don't hesitate. There's a network ready to activate.
Fund the future, build it now. Bitcoin rising, hear the sound. From the ground up, we don't slow down. This is how we take control now. Fund the future, build it now. Bitcoin rising, hear the sound. From the ground up, we don't slow down. This is how we take control now. Lose over, let the sats ignite ideas. Turn it into life from the crowd. From the light, for fun and freedom, day and night. Sure. Small donations, global reach. What you build is what you teach. From a wallet to a dream. Centralized, we're the team. Just the people backing you. Every Satoshi tells a story. Grassroots power, real glory. Yeah.
We fund ideas in better ways.
Hey.
From local tools to global change.
Hey.
Bitcoin rails rearrange the game.
Oh. Yeah. Fund the future, build it now. Bitcoin rising, hear the sound. From the ground up, we don't slow down. This is how we take control now. Fund the future, build it now. Bitcoin rising, hear the sound. From the ground up, we don't slow down. This is how we take control now. From the future, build it now. From the bird, hear the sound. From the ground up, don't slow down. This is how we take control now. From the future, build it now. Build the red, hear the sound. From the ground up, don't slow down. This is how we take control now. Yeah. Fund the future. Don't look back. Every set is on the track. From a dream to a full stack. We're building freedom. That's a fact. Fund the future. Build it now. Bitcoin rising. Hear the sound. From the ground up, we don't slow down. This is how we take control now. Fund the future. Build it now. Bitcoin rising. Hear the sound. From the ground up, we don't slow down. This is how we take control now. That's all it takes. Fund it, build it, share it. Bitcoin!
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. We are back here today, Friday, 3rd of April. We are back with another live stream at Geyser. And yes, during this weekly live stream, we will showcase you the real Bitcoin project funding and impact happening on Geyser, obviously, and all around the world. And I hope you are doing good on this amazing Friday here in Paraguay. We are having a very good weather, amazing Friday, amazing week. I hope you're doing well, so we can start the live stream as every day, every Friday, sorry. And yeah, this is for people new in our live stream. This is a weekly live stream where we show actually what's being built with Bitcoin through Geyser. If you are new here, don't worry. Geyser is where builders, community, creators are funding real projects using Bitcoin. And you can find our website at geyser.fund. So that would be the main page where you can see all the Bitcoin initiatives that are launched all around the world. And this live stream is made for you to have a recap of the week of what's happening on the Bitcoin grassroots adoptions. So today we will go through what happened this week, big contributions, project making moves, and what actually gaining traction right now. So yeah, that's it for the introductions. We are joined by Mick, co-founder. Hey Mick, how are you doing?
Amazing. Good to be here.
Yeah, amazing. So yeah, we can start. I already did the intro, so we can go already deep in the topics. So yeah, highlight of the week's biggest contribution of the week is 300k sats for Bitcoin Berlin from an anonymous contributor. So that's quite interesting. And yeah, for people who don't know what is Bitcoin Berlin, it's a grassroots initiative building a real Bitcoin circular economy in the mountain of the town called Berlin in El Salvador. So it's quite one of the famous Bitcoin project in El Salvador with Bitcoin beaches, El Zonte, etc. So it's all around over there in El Salvador. This project is focusing on practical education and everyday usage of Bitcoin. They are onboarding merchants, teaching students, and also university professors, families. They want to show them like Bitcoin is money, and they are like educating them on how to use Bitcoin as money. So it's an amazing initiative. And so far, they have been working like crazy, and more than 175 businesses are accepting Bitcoin, and moreover than 1,000 students already have received education through schools, meetups, and community events around Bitcoin, obviously. So this is a huge work that they are doing there in Berlin, in El
Should we?
Salvador.
Sorry
Yeah,
to interrupt, Vince. Should we screen share, or should I do that?
yeah. If you can do that, that would be perfect. And yeah, they are like at the center of Bitcoin Berlin. You have like a local Bitcoin hub. It's open daily. There are workshops, classes, community activities taking places almost every day, and they are making Bitcoin accessible, usable, and part of the daily life, the best things. Yeah, here we go. We can see your screen, Mick. Perfect. Yes, Bitcoin Berlin, El Salvador. Yeah, perfect. And yeah, they are making move. They receive like 300k. Like yeah, just the one below here. Yeah, that's
Yes,
huge,
beautiful.
huge. And we love to see that. Honestly, that's beautiful. People are always saying, yeah, but like, how do you start a grassroots initiative with Bitcoin? Like, launch your page on Geyser. That's easy in a way, but we need to repeat the message. Make sometimes people
Yes,
find it hard to like to raise money in Bitcoin in a way, and they don't know Geyser exists, which is quite surprising yet into 2026. But we are here to just amplify the message that Geyser is obviously existing and is already moving forward the Bitcoin grassroots adoptions. I don't know, question Mick. Have you been to El Salvador and have you seen Bitcoin Berlin in real life?
yes,
Wow.
yes. We went with the Geyser team last, not February 2025. We went. We
Okay.
stayed there almost a week, I think 3-4 days. Some good friends of us recommended we went for the Bitcoin conference in San Salvador, and then we spent a good weekend there, a good long few days, and it was really great. We did actually a workshop about Bitcoin crowdfunding, and met the locals. Kind of saw a map of all the places that were they've enabled merchants to accept Bitcoin. We got insights from merchants that are starting to use it between each other to send funds, receive funds from Bitcoin foreigners that are coming into the country, and sort of the model that they're trying to create, which is really interesting, really inspiring, really grassroots. Um, you know, so yeah, there's a lot of different things that really kind of made us, yeah, kind of inspired us about what they're doing in Berlin. Mostly they're really focusing on how does Bitcoin bring value to the community, right? And um, and one aspect of it is really important is the merchant adoption, which are doing really well. The other one is bringing Bitcoiners into the place to consume, to spend, to create value, to kind of do tourism. There's actually a little expat community of people from all around the world that have decided to go and live there and live really cheaply, live really well. It's a beautiful place on top of a mountain. You have the entire view of like the jungle and the
Wow.
sea. It's absolutely incredibly beautiful. So as a tourist attraction, it's special. Um, and so And then yeah, and then there is an aspect of like having the community actually be elevated through the Bitcoin community. So the Bitcoin Berlin hub is a center where people can learn about education, learn about Bitcoin through education. They do events, um, and they teach people about like what can Bitcoin do for me. And one of the things that we've taught them is like they can fundraise. And actually, what one thing that came out of that is that we had this guy called Rodrigo that did a fundraiser that raised $3,000 to get all his artist friends from all around El Salvador to come and make murales and open
Wall painting.
wall paintings, graffitis all around town to again bring more tourism and bring culture into the place and inspire young people to beautify the city. So that was massively funded by Bitcoiners around the world. So I think that's kind of really exemplary uh, case study of how Bitcoin can enable people to be connected to a broader market, a broader ecosystem that is bigger than the small local ecosystem, and how the hubs are essentially the what we call actually Stelios coined the word trust network, the kind of the layer between the locals and the Bitcoin community. And so yeah, we're really excited to be exploring that. Actually, there's a few things we're working around that, and I'm happy to describe later.
No, yeah, amazing. No, thank you. Like I know I need to go to El Salvador and to meet all the Bitcoin initiative around there because I'm a close friend of Roman Martinez. So I know like Bitcoin Beach, El Sonte, Bitcoin Berlin is like a must places to visit when I will be there in El Salvador, and I can wait because I have so many Bitcoin friends around there that are almost waiting for me since years already, and I really need to go there because yeah, I mean the Bitcoin there is the Bitcoin adoption has been like moving crazy. Obviously, we know like from the government side, etc., but like from the Bitcoin Berlin, El Sonte, Bitcoin Beach, they have been pushing like crazy. I mean, last year I have been sharing a stage here in Paraguay about like Bitcoin adoptions with Bitcoin circular economies with Roman, and it was amazing because he just told like so many details, interesting, like how is it the daily life of leading in a way the Bitcoin circular economy in El Salvador. It's a huge work. Like we cannot imagine that in front of a screen you see some picture, you see some content, but like the daily life managing and leading the Bitcoin circular economy in real life, it's a full-time job in a way, and it's obviously made by patient because we all love Bitcoin, what Bitcoin is, etc. So when I was speaking with Roman, it was amazing to listen to the insight he was giving me. It was such powerful. I was like, oh, I really need to go there and to see that happening with my own eyes because he gave me so much FOMO. I was like, Roman, stop talking to me because I need to go there now. I can, but like I want to do it. So yeah, it was amazing
Yeah, Roman is
to
very
listen.
inspiring. Very inspiring
Exactly.
guy.
And when he was telling me like how he has impact on people's life, I was like wordless, speechless, because I was like, no, this is incredible. Like you are changing people's life every day thanks to Bitcoin in a way. So it's amazing thing thanks to the workshop because I know they are really very very highly active on events, community meetups, workshops, educations sessions. They're teaching young students also what about Bitcoin, expats also, as you mentioned, Miki, is very important. Like the expat community is growing there in El Salvador. So and there are a lot of Bitcoiner around there in El Salvador, and they are like pushing it like never. So I mean, I need to witness that myself. I hope I can make it soon, and it would be like I can't wait to do an interview with Roman in El Salvador. That will be an amazing content to get, and yeah, that's why we do Geyser in a way to listen to that amazing and inspiring story at the end of the day. And yeah, I'm so bullish on people building around the world on Bitcoin like that. That's crazy. I know also Isabella is is not stopping anytime. She's like 1000% involved in the BTC Isla. She's doing some small 2 3 days trip in a way, wellness retreat, including Bitcoin, etc. So they are all moving around the world, and that's beautiful to see. Honestly, I'm amazed to see people, just normal human, pushing Bitcoin adoption like never. So that's that's amazing. Yes, next steps. Okay, before going to the next steps, we're already almost 40 people watching the live stream. Don't forget to like, retweet the live stream. We are also live on YouTube, guys. So if you can follow us there, like we just posted the link yesterday. So yeah, like and retweet, comment. Feel free to join the chat in the live stream. We can see all your comments also on the live stream. So feel free to comment and join us in this amazing conversation today. Yes, now two projects that are moving forward and reaching funding milestone. This week we have no All or Nothing's campaign, but that's fine. We have two amazing projects that are raising funds on Geyser and they are moving forward. So this is all what we want. The first one is Red Terminal, is an open source and gamified digital platform designed to onboard people in authoritarian regions to Bitcoin and to privacy tool. We all know that in some part of the world there are still governments with like very limited freedom for the people. Say, and Red Terminal is building an open source tool and platform to give them the freedom to use Bitcoin and to have a more privacy in a way. And they are combining physical NFC cards with a censorship resistant web app, and it creates a peer-to-peer layer for education, so you don't have to go on app stores, Google Play Store, whatever. You are like avoiding all the surveillance EV distribution channels, which is good because as Bitcoiner we are always looking for the most private tools with the highest level of privacy. And for example, with a single tap, user can access a module on financial freedom, privacy, secure communication, and obviously the biggest point is the resistance to the censorship. So that's amazing. It's already in the making. I would say it's already built for activist communities all around the world that are under restrictions, and it turns complex tool into practical and accessible learnings, making digital resistance like usable in the real world, because sometimes you need some knowledge to use some digital and physical tools. So they are building it like crazy. For the first phase they are having right now, it's to build a card. They are asking around $3,000, which is nowadays, like today, 4.5 million sats today. And this week, after getting some contribution, they have reached 25% of this goal, which is amazing. Which is amazing because they are they have reached like $750. So that's already a good
What's
almost
the project name again?
it's RE
Yes.
underscore terminal. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, they have been like getting some contribution in this one. They are getting some contribution and they have reached exactly $750, which is around 1 million sats, and it's 25% of their funding goal. And yeah, they are shipping it as we used to say in the Bitcoin ecosystem. I don't know, what do you think, Mick?
Really interesting project. I haven't actually looked deeply into it yet, but yeah, it seems quite interesting. I mean, the concepts, but honestly, yeah, I'm not super familiar with it, so I'll defer to you.
Yeah, no, yeah. As I mentioned, like they are building digital platform and
Yeah.
cards also, so they can have more private tool in their hands. Where in some part of the world there are a lot of restrictions and less freedom, where you're obliged to use like government application, etc. So yeah, they are really in the Bitcoin mindset of being fully dedicated to privacy, to freedom, censorship resistant also. So this is really important. And yeah, they are reaching 25% of their funding goal, which is amazing because they have been working and been active on social media since already a few weeks, and this is good to get them to the 25%. This is the first step in their phase one to get 100 cards out. So this is the phase one, and then they will have other phases after reaching the full goal. Sorry. So yeah, they are amazing. And second project of this week, and this one has been making noise for weeks and months. I would even say since last year, ending of 2025, it's Bitcoin Kakuma. And we know that, Mick, because we have been talking privately that Bitcoin African projects are not sleeping at all. They are moving like crazy. So what is Bitcoin Kakuma? It's easy. They are building a circular economies in one of the world's largest refugee camps. It's in Kenya, and it gives refugees access to Bitcoin for saving, transacting, and also earning, even without bank account or even with formal IDs. So that's amazing, and they are doing it through education, community hubs, and real world use, which is amazing. It helps people to gain financial skills, education. They can trade locally with Bitcoin and reduce the dependence on aid, which is amazing. So the initiative is raising money to equips, I would say, yeah, to give to the refugee tools, knowledge, opportunity to build economic resilience, because in their town it's almost a very difficult days to live, because they are not getting any helps of the government of the city. So it's a bit tricky, but here Bitcoin is the answer. I remember a discussion with Paco, like sometimes Bitcoin is not the answer for everyone, but in that case, in Kenya, in Kakuma, yes, it is. So yeah, Bitcoin obviously enables them to do payment with low cost. They can do trades like buying and exchanging things thanks to Bitcoin, and also they can first have the way to plan the long term. They can do savings through Bitcoin. Also, it's money. Bitcoin is money, but you can also do savings, which is amazing. And the biggest goal, I would say, of Bitcoin Kakuma, it's to create a self-sustaining financial ecosystem within Kakuma, within the city, within the town, and they are building like never. They are shipping like crazy. We know that we got some content almost every day from them, and they are also partnering with other Bitcoin African project, which is amazing. And just this week they just reached $608, which represent more or less 42.5% of their funding goal, and the goal is to get 100 Swahili Bitcoin standard books for the local community in Kakuma. It's around less than 900,000 sats. So they are moving forward. They are almost getting 50% of their goal for the 100 Swahili Bitcoin standard books. So this is amazing. And yeah, we are also writing an article on X, on Geyser, to summarize all the updates and milestones achieved by the Bitcoin African project, because we are in touch, obviously, with the creators of all those amazing Bitcoin African project, and they are moving forward. They are pushing like never, and they deserve a big spotlight with all the milestone they achieved in the last few months. And I would say 2025 was an amazing year for all Bitcoin projects around the world. But what we saw at the end of the year, last year, it was like Bitcoin African project were like moving like crazy, better than anyone else around the world. So that's beautiful and amazing to see that the community is pushing like never, contributing and helping, buying products, buying books on those Africans Bitcoin project. I don't know, how do you see that, Nick?
Yeah, man. It's an incredible project. I actually spoke with the founder, Martin, and he told me a lot about like the story of going to the refugee camp and discussing the details, discussing with the locals, understanding the distress, especially in the context they're in now, where they are they're losing touch. The UNHCR, the UN, they're now starting to kind of pack up, really, right? Based on what Elon Musk and Trump, we're doing around Doge. They're cutting a lot of the funding now in Africa. United States is in general resizing itself as a regional power. They're, I think, leaving Africa a lot, and that means a lot of the aid as well is leaving. And so people are now, there's probably millions of people in refugee camps all around Africa, and they're all going to be, I need to start thinking about, how do I fundraise? How do I get a job? How do I become entrepreneurial? So this is, I can think we're learning about Bitcoin can empower them as a tool that they can earn, where they can transfer value also quite cheaply between each other, where they can access capital. So a really interesting really interesting conversations. And this also relates to how we're going to be engaging with them. We're going to do some workshops in this refugee camp about Bitcoin crowdfunding. So we can talk a little bit more about that later.
Yeah. You can go ahead, Mick. Like if you want, because I didn't know that news, and I'm getting excited.
Okay.
I want to know more.
Yeah, so this is kind of what we're planning out in what we're calling essentially related to what I was saying earlier about these circular economies, these the hubs being this like middle layer between the local realities and the Bitcoin community. And the Bitcoin community is a trust, like Bitcoin is a trustless network, but the Bitcoin community is a trust network. So people trust people. We went to Berlin. We trust Berlin, their judgment, and therefore anyone that is in Berlin, any local that wants to raise funds for whatever cause and has the vouching of the Berlin hub has essentially our endorsement as well to some extent. So we're going to be approaching essentially several circular economies around the world to start off with. We're going to be giving them a small pool of funds, around $500, that they can then allocate to projects in their communities that is doing a positive impact. So this is where the workshops come in, because we're going to be going to their local community, teaching them about what are donations, what is crowdfunding, and how does Bitcoin fix it for them, because it makes it both accessible and it makes them connected to a trust network through the Bitcoin community. And so based on that, they can then start raising funds with the vouching of the hub, with the support of us. And we're going to be seeding this effort with like around $500 per hub. So one of them is going to be Bitcoin Berlin, one of them is going to be Kakuma, one is going to be, and then there's a few others. And so if you are a circular economy and you're interested, do reach out to me on Geyser, on MetaMic14. And we're going to keep exploring this idea and growing it, learning from it, because this can then tie into things like even micro-lending, matching. There's other financial systems that we can use and leverage to make this a powerful system for locals to be connected, yes, to Bitcoin, but to Bitcoiner capital. And that means donations, that means investments, but when I say investment, I don't mean like SEC type investment. I mean micro lending, lending without interest either. So yeah, that's a little kind of teaser. Let's
Alpha.
say teaser. Yeah, alpha.
Season alpha.
Of what we're thinking about these days. And actually, we already are starting it. We started our first workshop. We did the workshop with the hubs this week. There's 5 or 6 hubs, and we have a presentation that they can use in English and Spanish and French, and they can just go in their communities, have these workshops, and then get the community thinking, if we had $500, what are some ideas to kind of actually improve the quality of life for us? So it gets people thinking about like think differently. Okay, well, if I had this money, where would it be best serving the community? Um, and then hopefully we get to a point where it's not just $500, but it's like a lot more people are joining in to make this thing happen, right? So I'm really excited to see that.
Oh wow, no, yeah, that sounds crazy, amazing. Like I don't have even words to describe it. Like oh wow, I want to see that happen. Like for real, it's oh wow, sounds amazing. And yeah, we know like
Yeah,
Bitcoin local ops are moving forward, and sometimes a little push with workshops and more practical education is amazing. Yeah,
yeah,
showing
yeah,
impact
and
for
and just to kind of wrap that up, that kind of will sit inside the circular economy impact fund. So you will
okay.
see in here not just the hubs, but also the fundraisers that we raise for the circular
Mhm.
economies.
Wow.
Um,
Okay.
so yeah, that will be coming up soon.
No, amazing. Yeah, we already discussed about like impact from last weekend. Yeah, people were like getting crazy because obviously it was a new model in a way. So yeah, it's really amazing to see that we are pushing Bitcoin adoption in every kind of way, and this is beautiful. Now, next category is interesting new launches. And yes, today we will talk about Bitcoineta because Bitcoineta New Zealand is is launching right now. It's the Bitcoin journey, I guess, on Geyser. You can find it. And yeah, as every Bitcoineta all around the world, we know the one in Europe, we know the one in Latam, we know the one in El Salvador, we know the one in Mexico with Isabella in BTC Isla, and now New Zealand is getting its own Bitcoineta. So yeah, it's a mobile van. Exactly. Let me show you. It's a mobile van, and they will buying a van with the funds obviously, and they will bring grassroots adoptions with Bitcoin education across New Zealand, which is a quite a big island. But yeah, you really need a strong van and a strong cars to move around the local communities to spread the Bitcoin adoptions. They are planning to buy with the funds a van of Volkswagen. I guess it's not an ad or whatever, but it's usually one of the most resistant van to do like a traveling in a way all around. Let me check. Uh, what are you sharing? Ah, yes, this one exactly, the Bitcoineta. And yeah, they want to reach also remote area cities and community to host workshops, local meetups. They are going to teach self custody, financial sovereignty, and they are also combining education with real world interactions because it helps people to understand how to use Bitcoin in everyday life. And this is the more important point of the Bitcoin grassroots education. And yeah, it's more than a tour of New Zealand in a way. It's a moving circular economy, so it's a quite new idea that we haven't seen yet, I would say, because the people.
Well, the sorry, just to but the so sorry, just to kind of clarify that you're right. It is new in New Zealand, but the Bitcoineta have been going on for actually a long time. They started in Argentina with the
Yeah,
Federation of Bitcoin Iberoamerica. Sorry, I'm not sure if you're gonna say that.
yeah.
Sorry, but
No, yeah, I know that. I know that they have been starting like in Argentina with Rodolfo. Uh,
yes, there you
I,
go. Yeah.
I know, but I was saying it's new in New Zealand because
Yes.
all the time a new Bitcoineta, it's obviously linked to the FBI, like we know that. But yeah, like in New Zealand, I guess it will be the first Bitcoineta, correct?
Yes. Definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely.
perfect.
There was one in Europe, run
Yeah,
by Ariel.
exactly. I know.
Did you see
I
him?
read too. Yeah, yeah. I met him last year in La Bitconf in Argentina.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Nice. That's super cool.
Yeah, and no, they also like I know like the tuk tuk of BTC Isla is also a version of La Bitconeta, but like every Bitcoin circular economies is having his own Bitconeta. which is amazing at the end of the day, because obviously on an island like Isla Mujeres, you cannot have a big van. It's not easy to move around. You need a smaller vehicle, in a way. So that's amazing. But yeah, in the case of New Zealand, they need a good resistant traveling van to go all around the island of New Zealand, which is a beautiful island. I would say, like, I'm sure they will share some content in the next and upcoming months. But yeah, like that will be also the spotlight of today, because like a Bitcoin at New Zealand, it's new. Obviously, New Zealand, there are already some example all around the world: Argentina, Europe, Salvador, and Mexico. And yeah, last year I had the chance to go inside the Bitcoineta.
Nice.
Yes, she was like, I mean, the car was exposed in the LabitConf in the side of Bitcoin circular economies, and I was so hyped, so excited, because so many times listening about the Bitcoineta and I had the chance to go inside a Bitcoineta, it was like, oh wow, this is amazing. So yeah, definitely every Bitcoineta is magic, because this is where the magic is happening. At the end of the day, this is where Bitcoin adoption is moving. And yeah, like, why New Zealand is having like his own Bitcoineta, I would say the leaders of the project have been traveling all around the world in all the Bitcoin circular economies, and they have seen the impact of the Bitcoineta, which is a Bitcoin car, in a way that you go around your place and you can contact with business owners, local community. You can do education with some classes, workshop, or whatever. You can teach whatever around Bitcoin is about. And this is amazing, because sometimes in the case of New Zealand, it's a big island and you really need a car to move around. It will be easier than to have like a bike, for example. So that's amazing. And the idea of having a Bitcoineta in New Zealand is very easy. They want to go town to town, remote village, cities, and they want to host workshops. Even they want to meet people in real life, to educate them to understand how Bitcoin is money, how you can use Bitcoin in everyday's life. And the idea is simple. They want to bring education to the people directly, instead of waiting them to find it, in a way, because nowadays we have been seeing like all the geopolitical risk, etc., all around the world. And I would guess it's the best moment to learn about Bitcoin now. And I'm so happy to see the Bitcoineta having like a launch in New Zealand. And yeah, they want to make it like real grassroots education about Bitcoin. They are going, and they are planning to go at every town and cities, to communities. And yeah, they want also to build some weekly or monthly meetups in some cities to push forward with the Bitcoin education. But more than a tour, I would say it's like they are building a kind of Bitcoin infrastructure in motions, because with the Bitcoineta, they will be moving around all New Zealand, and they will spread Bitcoin adoption and education. So it's amazing. I mean, we have seen all the impact of having a Bitcoineta in a Bitcoin circular economies. The results are amazing. You can have a lot of interest about Bitcoin from people that are not aware of what is Bitcoin. And I would say like it's a good step forward for New Zealand. I don't know what is the level of Bitcoin adoptions in New Zealand, but I would say this will push the Bitcoin adoption to the next one. And this is all what we need right now. Obviously, New Zealand is quite far away from all places all around the world. So traveling, etc., is not much easy. I would say it's also might be expensive. So having a Bitcoineta traveling all around the island is important and key. I don't know. How do you see that, Mick?
Yeah, I think you've covered it pretty well. I don't have much more to add. I agree. It's a really exciting project. Looking forward to seeing it pick up.
Yeah, no, yeah, I'm also excited also to see the design, because what people may not know is like the design of each Bitcoineta. It should be made by a local Bitcoin artist. So it has its own Bitcoin art touch, and
It's cool.
I love that. I mean,
That's awesome.
my favorite one, I would say, but it's not it's not a bias. I would say the tuk tuk of BTC is like the design is amazing with the rocket, the moon, the Bitcoin logo. The design is amazing. But yeah, that's amazing. I saw Mick, you're sharing the newsletter, so you can. I will remove this screen.
Yeah, so if you want to, I can go through this because this has the new projects of the month. I think you've
Yeah,
covered a few of these already, and we don't have to go through all of them because there's a lot. Bull 12 Pay, 21 Pulse, an iOS companion for Bitcoin community to track prices, ultra fast sec P256K1 industrial grade engine optimized for high throughput nodes and cross-platform parity. Quite technical.
yeah,
You got culture, obviously proof of work with Paco. We can talk about that. But because we're sort of have another 18 minutes, so I'll go through these quickly. You got the Faceless King, cinematic film series exploring the shared virtues of blockchain and humanity. Very interesting, cool project. Recommend giving it a look. It's fictional, made with AI, but incredible graphics, very fantasy and future, and very relevant today because it has to talk about like the power of centralization through AI versus the power of decentralization through Bitcoin and the blockchain, and the kind of the two clashing. Contra Music Nostr Content Creator Fund. So actually, this is a tool, very interesting for a Nostr. Scaling grassroots Bitcoin adoption, Bitcoin education across Latin America, field education, very interesting projects in Paraguay by Escuelita Bitcoin. You got
Yeah.
Driving Bitcoin, we talked about community connectivity for freedom, Denver's Bitcoin Citadel, education for all levels, and causes you have for the children of Nepal, Building Resilient School, labs, libraries, teacher support, and lifelong learning opportunities, and Tucumán Rises direct Bitcoin aid for flood victims in Tucumán in Argentina. So that's it for the new projects. We can talk about the product updates. We can also
Yeah.
quickly talk about the creator spotlight. Do you want to maybe say anything about this? This is kind of what we really feature, one projects per month. Yeah, it's like this month will be Paco because it's a really important project that we feel like we want to buy back and support, and has huge potential. In fact, I'll also show it here on the main page, on the
Okay.
main stream. So yeah, we're at 7% now. He's
Nice.
received around 15 backers. We have 36 days to go. It's still a long way, right?
Yeah.
But let's remember, this is an all or nothing. So the funds actually do not actually go back to you if the goal is not reached. So far, most of the purchases have been around the paperback copy, the signed copy, the one acknowledgement. But there's still these incredible 21 edition, limited edition collector set that is engraved book, and the Patreon, the Run with Bitcoin Patreon, that would help massively to make this thing a reality.
Yeah.
So
No,
yeah, really excited to talk about this quickly, and we also have a few interesting videos coming up about it. But any kind of thoughts on this?
Yeah, no, I mean, we already talked about that like last Friday, but yeah, like Paco's story is amazing. He has been traveling. I'm still amazed after talking to him. Like, I'm still amazed on how he traveled 42 countries with only a Bitcoin wallet. I still don't process that. It's such a big challenge, I would say, and he has like the way to do it in like, not to say a bad words, but like he has like the courage to do that. And I'm like, every time he's sharing like some story with us, and we are like, oh, that's crazy. Like, how did you not use fiat money in 2 years? I would say, almost traveling 42 countries. This is crazy. He had to find ways to use Bitcoin all the times, no fiat backup in a way. So that's so inspiring, I would say, to push us to do more kind of that at our own level. And I'm like, I'm so glad that I'm working with Paco on the content side, because I'm learning so much from him. Honestly, like this is an honor in a way for me to have him, because I knew him from his vlogs on YouTube, but I didn't have the chance of knowing him like more personally, obviously. And I was like, this is crazy. He has been traveling 42 countries with only a Bitcoin wallet and sats. Like, and this is a proof of work, like the name of the book. More than that, how we cannot do better, I would say, Mick. Like it's a real proof of work. Like he has been using Bitcoin over 42 countries during 2 years. Obviously, he had some incredible stories, and that's why the book needs to make it, because obviously on the vlogs you see some parts of the travel, but you don't see the human connections, and this human side will be in the book. And we had the chance to record an interview days ago, and we were like, I was like listening, and I was like, no, I need the book now. I need to read the book now, because all the story he had across all the 42 countries, they are crazy. Like we could even ask Paco to do a film, because it would deserve a film, I would say. Like it's a storytelling like never. This is an amazing story, and he's pushing Bitcoin adoptions in his way, which is also beautiful, because he has his own way to to orange pill people, to convince them to accept Bitcoin as money, and he did that over 42 countries, and I'm speechless. I'm like, what the hell? You are crazy, Paco, and yes, I feel we are all crazy on our side, but yeah, Paco has a level of craziness of Bitcoin orange peeling like never. I mean, I couldn't do that, like impossible. Like I wouldn't have the courage to do that, because like it's a big challenge for his own personal life, but like also on the professional life. Like how do you manage everything using only Bitcoin? That's biggest challenge, and I hope that we can reach the all or nothing's goal, so we can have the book in our hands and enjoy these 2 years of traveling only with a Bitcoin wallet. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. It's amazing. Amazing. Love Paco. Support him. Go there. Share his story. And if it's not through, buying the book, just make a donation. Make him help make this become reality. It's a piece of, I think, Bitcoin history that deserves to continue be told, and it needs a support. It's not going to happen without Bitcoiners coming together.
No, exactly. Well said. And yeah, like as can listen in the introduction music, like every sat count, and every sat tell a story. Because when I give a sat to Paco, for example, it will help him to reach the goal. So every sat count, guys. And yeah, if you cannot buy product, you can just do a contribution at the as much as you can, obviously, to support Paco, because we really feel that the story of Paco need to happen in the book, and it would be an amazing goal for him, for us, and to show that Bitcoin is money and you can use it to fund like very good project, obviously on Geyser. I cannot say anything else, but like Geyser is showing the world that you have amazing initiative all around the world. Paco is one of them, but if you go on the Geyser website, you will have thousands of amazing projects as La Bitcoineta in New Zealand, Bitcoin Kakuma. You have so many projects, like and different kind of project, which I love that, to have a kind of variety of projects. You have Bitcoin circular economies, you have like humanitarian funds to get raised, also for the Tucuman, also for the flood in Indonesia, AC. So that's amazing. Now, Mick, I remember you showed us the newsletter. Now on the right top of the screen, you have a QR code, and people watching us, if they scan it, they can subscribe to the newsletter, which is important, because you can have a monthly recap of what's happened in the past months on Geyser and on the Bitcoin adoption level. So guys, it should be there. I don't know if I'm showing it like properly, but like it's on the top right corner, and you can scan the QR code, and you will have access to the page to
Yeah, it has
subscribe
to be the
to.
other way.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my bad. On my screen, I see on the other side.
Oh, good.
But yeah, you see the QR code, guys. So you go scan it, go subscribe to the newsletter. It's an amazing recap. If you don't want to like all hours tweet, I'm not happy about that. But you can still subscribe to the newsletter, and you will have a monthly recap of what's going on Geyser, and you will have a full picture of the Bitcoin adoption all around the world. Okay, good. We are 10 minutes
The
left. Yes.
Yeah, so maybe just show the PDF again, because I'm now sharing the other sections of the newsletter.
Okay, perfect.
You also have, just also so you get a sense of what it is about, you got monthly. We also will start also weekly kind of roundup, but the monthly is focused on actually start off with the impact stories, and the impact stories actually are coming from social media. So they're coming from Nostr, from X, and they show some of the key things that actually are happening for Geyser projects and even beyond. You know, how is Bitcoin adoption happening on the ground? I don't have currently. We don't have the time to go through these, but just quickly mentioning them. Again, we have the Dominican Republic, Bitcoin Dominicana is building a Bitcoin hub. There's a really cool video about it. Again, register on newsletter. You'll see it there. Love is the Cure reached 100% of its all or nothing goal. Huge for this is really cool because it's a Bitcoin creator, but it's not a Bitcoin project. It's actually a music project that is unrelated to Bitcoin, but it's a Bitcoin creator that you might want to support. Bitcoin Study Hubs also did an all or nothing, raising $150 to buy a computer, and they successfully did this month on Geyser, which is awesome. Again, really unexpected, honestly, unexpected for me to see all or nothing being used for sort of charity purposes. And one of the big contributors there was the Trezor Academy. Yeah. So shout out to Trezor Academy. We got Bitcoin Study Hub. Sorry, Bitcoin is being accepted in Victoria Falls. Really cool videos, and also Amity Age showing adoption happening in Rotan. So yeah, if you just subscribe to our newsletter, you'll get all of this really cool positive news about what is happening in the Bitcoin space. You then have the trending project, which you already mentioned really well, Vince. So you've got Orphos Uganda, Freedom Storm, Mud Runners, Monstro, Retirement. So you see all this flow of sats, you know, these 1 million, 2 million sats going towards Bitcoin projects. It's super beautiful and like a breath of fresh air to see the flow of sats moving so well. Yeah, then we go into the spotlight. You got the new project that we talked about. And then finally, you also have the Geyser product update. So this month we did a lot. Shout out to the Geyser team pushing so much. I'll go to them quickly because I know we're wrapping up. We already talked about these already as well last week, but just to kind of recap this month, we built in Stripe payments. So any Geyser project that is not an all or nothing can configure Stripe and receive credit card payments instantly and easily, right? We didn't build Geyser in thinking we would do this, to be honest, but here we are. We are building it ultimately for Bitcoiners, and if Bitcoiners still want to spend fiat, well, let them spend fiat. So exactly. Here we go. We got Stripe payments, making it easy for you to spend value. Again, it's not about the money necessarily, it's about what the money can do, right? And here you're funding Bitcoiners. Trying to have a positive impact on the world, right? You then have weekly live streams are back. Here we are with Vince leading them up. We got Geyser projects with their own wallets. We got a non-custodial wallets on Geyser for every project. So this will increase the reliability, hopefully, of funding and also receiving. Less issues with Lightning liquidity and nodes not working. So this will be very, very satisfying to a lot of you guys. Explore projects more easily on Geyser landing page. We have not made the announcement yet, but the landing page looks super clean, super fresh. Have a look. Tell us what you think. You also have the ability to earn now on Geyser through the ambassador pay earnings. You can basically earn 5%, and actually this month 10% on every contribution that you enable on Geyser. So it's an incredible opportunity, actually. If someone sends 1 million sats, you get 10% of that this month. And again, this is all with transparency and then with the creator buying in they can accept or even opt out of this if they don't want it. And then finally, impact funds are also, yeah, we did a bit of a refurbish on that, and we'll be announcing more stuff in the coming weeks. But yeah, we did a lot. We're really, really excited about how much more we can do, and also with AI, the team is building like crazy. So really excited about also next month. We got some big news, but I'll leave that for now, for next time.
Yeah, don't spread too much alpha. We need to wait a bit so people can get excited and hype about what we're cooking, as we used to say on Twitter. And yeah, like I have been part of the Geyser team for a few months, and I'm the first one to see what the team is cooking, and you guys are shipping like never, honestly. And nowadays with AI tool is like amplifying your work, and it's just beautiful to see like a team empowering itself with AI tools, getting so many products to get shipped in 1 month. Like as you mentioned, this is crazy, and I know you are cooking something more, but yeah, no, and we are on time. Like, 3 minutes left. We are on time. This is amazing. And yeah, I would like to just to remind like project creators that maybe have some problems with wallet, etc. So please reach out to us on the Geyser account or on the Metamic Twitter account, and please tell us, because as Mick mentions, uh, we are like changing a bit the infrastructure of creator wallets in the background in a way. So please, if you have any problem related to your own project on Geyser, and you're a bit lost, and don't worry, it's okay. We are here to help. So please send us a message on X, and we will help you, of course, to set up everything back and to have your own self-custody wallet, which is an amazing tool and feature. So yeah, that's a quick reminder to end the live stream. And I would say that's it. We get the hour. We are here Friday. It's
Yes.
amazing.
Amazing. So good to be here. Yeah, excited. Let's get this out to the world. Also, we'll put it into a podcast if you guys are interested in following us on there, on YouTube. Yeah, thank you so much, Vince, for doing such a good job of introducing everything that we're doing. And yeah, awesome. Thank you so much.
Amazing. Thank you, Mick. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Almost 71 people watching. That's amazing. We will also promote more. We are finding ways to promote more the live stream. We will bring people, Bitcoin creators, to get live interview for you guys. So yeah, watch out. We are just at the starting point of this live stream again, and I'm cooking that. I'm cooking that. So trust me, I will bring some good people here to have some amazing interview and Bitcoin insight all around the world. And yeah, don't forget to follow. I don't know, Geyser logo is over there. Geyser found on X. Please also Metamic. Stelios is also the other co-founder. Go follow us. We are cooking like never in terms of content, and we are pushing, because the team is pushing a lot of amazing projects, and my job is to push that on content. So we just got the perfect team, I would say. And yeah, you can also subscribe to the newsletter with the QR code on, I don't know on which side is it, but like you can subscribe to it. It's monthly. We are working to make it weekly to have more fresh and positive content about the Bitcoin adoption all around the world. And with that, have a happy Friday, happy weekend, everyone. Thank you for watching, and remind yourself every Friday, same time, the Bitcoin in Action live stream. That's it. This is your daily or weekly doses of Bitcoin positive news. Yeah, thank you very much, guys. See you soon. See you next Friday for another amazing episode. Bye.
Thank you.